Hello guys and welcome back to Braysh Gaming. Today, as you can see from the title, we have a slightly different video today. It's one that I have promised and I'm finally getting around to. So yes, thank you to everyone who submitted questions for the Q&A, and hopefully I'm going to try and answer as many as I can in a sort of reasonable time period. So thank you if you have submitted a question, and yeah, I hope you learn a little bit more about me and, you know, subscribe to the channel. So we're going to start off with the first question from our good friend PokeTaj. Thanks, Taj. What is the first card you remember collecting as a child? To be honest, I've been collecting since the base set. I've not, yeah, I can't really remember what the very first card was. I think I possibly got like the starter deck, which had the Machamp in it. But apart from that, I can't really remember what my very first card was. I remember some of my first cards and stuff like that. I do remember, I think I've told the story before. When I was a kid, I got a bike, a brand new bike. It's like £200 bike. And because of this, my younger brother got 4 packs of Pokemon cards, 10 quid at the time, not bad, not bad. And he got Charizard. And as you can imagine, as like a kid, I wanted to trade my bike for the Charizard, and my offer still stands. And Taj continues. Taj says, what got you into collecting Japanese cards? Well, Taj, and everyone else watching, it was the first time I went to Japan, really, and I obviously, you know, you see the magnitude of the card shops out there is absolutely crazy. It's just, you know, it is crazy, especially in Tokyo. There's just shops and shops and shops, and it's really good. And I just got a feeling that, you know, as the Japanese come out before the English cards, they had more of a sense of, I don't know, authenticity to them, I suppose. I just felt like the English ones were kind of like reprints. I know it doesn't seem good to say, but as a collector, from a collector's point of view, I wanted the originals from the country that made the TCG, made the franchise, and they just seem like the most original, authentic cards to me. That's why I do it. And also, obviously, we get the sets first as well, don't we, in Japan? That's why this is a Japanese card channel. So yes, thank you for that. Touch continues to say, there are other questions, by the way, from other people, but I'm just going through people's questions at a time. People have more than one, that's fine. What is my favorite Japanese set? Probably more recently, I think Dream League was pretty good. I can never, ever top SM8B GX Ultra Shiny. That was a great set, and I really enjoyed opening that. I was very fortunate to be able to open that first, I believe. But yeah, very grateful for that experience, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'd probably say GX Ultra Shiny so far. The legal beneficiary to my PSA 10 Master Royal is me, Taj, thank you. Do you think the lack of Rudy in your videos has affected your luck with pulls? Rudy? I'm gonna go and say probably, I think. All the full art Pokemon we've had recently, even my last 2 boxes of Legendary Heartbeat. We've got one more to go, by the way, guys. We have had two full art Pokemon, so I don't think so. We got quite lucky with the amazing rares in those, but yeah, possibly. I've left the door open, as you can see. I have got 2 pugs, Maggie and Rudy. They're going to be wandering around. Yeah, they might wander in, surely. And I'll show them to you if they come in. Moving on. Mr. Andy Bevington. Another good guy I've met. We met at Hyper Japan and at the Pokemon Center, didn't we? Yes, really good. Question 1, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thank you, Andy. How are you? Now that you own the Masked Royale, do you have your sights on any other big profile cards? Well, I'll tell you something. Since getting the Masked Royale, I don't feel the need to collect as much. I feel like having that card up there, sort of in the collection, kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of makes everything else feel not as, I don't know what I'm saying. It just kind of makes everything else feel not as When you have like a big card in your collection, I'm very happy with that card to the extent that I feel like I don't need to collect any others. Some people collect a lot of a little, and some people collect a little of a lot. And having that one card to me has sort of calmed down the rest of my collecting. I probably saved money, is what I'm trying to say, getting that card. But yeah, in terms of the big profile cards, I like those cards like the Master Royale and the Zekrom and the Mewtwo and the upcoming Charizard. So who knows, Andy? I don't have any plans at the minute, but that could change very quickly. If you had one piece of advice for someone who is starting to collect now, what would it be? That's a good question, and it's possibly one of the most invaluable pieces of advice I can advise. And it's something that I've gone through myself, and it's something that I've seen other people go through as well. And it's collecting for the sake of collecting. Don't do it. You do not need to have every card. If it's sort of just going to sit in a binder, it's going to be meaningless to you. You want it just because it's kind of coveted. Maybe it's really good in the metagame and it's expensive and you want it because it's expensive. Personally, I'm guilty of doing just that. I didn't play the game at all. But the Lysander Full Art card from X and Y? Yeah. It was like £40 and I thought, wow, what a great card. Would it be cool to have that in my collection? So I bought it. Why? I don't know. It's really important just to not collect for the sake of collecting and to have like an idea of what you want to collect and where you're going to go with your collection. I ended up selling almost everything I purchased, really, in the space of a couple of years. I had a little sort of an epiphany moment where I just kind of realized, what is the point to collecting all of this? When, you know, you could just collect a few things which you really like, and you will actually like a lot more than having so many cards. So pick something, stick to it, don't buy packs, is my advice. Great question, thank you for that, Andy. Moving on, Phantom Crab Alex. Thank you for your questions, Alex. What keeps you interested in Pokemon, especially the cards? Well, Alex, I think you know, the thrill of opening packs and being able to share that experience with people, I think is really fun. And I think away from Pokemon in general, I think it's just a sort of experience where, you know, it's just nice to share things with people. And doing the videos really sort of brings that to the masses in a way, because, you know, you can open packs at home, which is what I was doing previously, right at the start of all this. And, you know, you get a good card, it's like, wow, look at this good card. And it's just like, look at this good card. And it's just kind of like you enjoying it. And that's fine, you can do that, absolutely. But personally, I wanted to share, you know, the experience of pulling that card with other people. So that, you know, I'm like, wow, look at this card I've pulled. And other people are like, wow, that's really cool. So you can kind of like share in the magic of Pokemon cards. That's kept me interested in opening the boxes for sure. I really love the franchise. I thought the games were a bit weak, if I'm honest. But the anime series seems to be saving it. I think Sun and Moon was really underrated in that respect. But yeah, it's a good franchise, Alex. Alex also goes on to say, you seem to not be that bothered about collecting, or am I wrong? As previously mentioned, it's just having that one card that kind of like culls your sort of desire to collect anything kind of lesser. Again, it sounds terrible, but that's the best way I can word it. What's my favourite era of cards? My favourite era of cards? It's really hard to say. This obviously goes back a long way. There's so many different eras. A lot of eras I wasn't actually involved in. If I had to be honest, I would probably say, because it means the most to me, the start of Sun and Moon. I think you had sort of like, was it not Darkness Ablaze, but you had the Fighting Rainbow and Darkness that consumes all light and stuff like that. These are the sets I started with on YouTube, and I really sort of, it really sort of got me going into the scene. And I have a lot of affection for those boxes at the time. And looking back on it now, I think, yeah, I really like those sets. But so yeah, I'd say start of Sun and Moon for me was pretty good. If you had to pick, what are your all-time favourite cards? All-time favourite cards? Favourite cards is quite a hard one, I think. I can't really pick maybe a few cards. I don't even have a favourite Pokemon, if I'm honest with you guys. Favourite cards, I would probably say something like the base set Charizard was pretty cool. The Mitsuhiro Arita Mewtwo was pretty cool. In fact, also like the alternate cards in that era were really nice. I really like the Master Royale, really like Gold Stars. I really like Gold Stars, actually thinking about it. I really like the Masaki cards. Yeah, there's a lot. All the expensive ones, Alex. So we move on. Cameraman Pokemon. Cameraman Pokemon here. And what are your collection goals, he asks. Well, Cameraman Pokemon, I don't really have a goal right now. I've achieved my goal. The Master Royal was something I wanted to do. As soon as I saw it, it kind of defined the beginning of my collecting. And therein, you know, I was happy with that. I still enjoy the franchise. I still enjoy the cards. I still love opening the cards. But yeah, in terms of collecting gold, I don't really have one right now. But you should, is a good point to make. You should, mate. Which cards are on my wish list? My wish list would be massive. I probably want the Zekrom HR, I probably want the Mewtwo HR, I probably want the Charizard HR, just so I can complete that Master Royal Games Shield Battle set thing. That'd be really cool to do, so I think something like that would be nice. But yeah. Biggest regret of a card that you did not buy? I can tell you this is an easy question, and it's again the Master Royal. I was in Japan and I saw 2 of them for sale for just probably over about £1,000 each. Yeah, I thought, wow, that's expensive, not buying that. And then they went up in price by like 5 times, so that's good. So I wish I got the Master Royal a bit sooner than I did. I was lucky enough to buy it in a PSA 10 anyway, so that kind of eliminated that worry. But yeah, not picking up that card sooner, definitely. PS5 or the new Xbox. I'm currently a PS4 man myself, so it could be the new PS5. I'm not really loyal to anyone apart from Nintendo, I think. So yeah, I'll wait and see. I've not really looked up too much about that, but we'll see. Thank you for your questions. Okay, Parky, at Shiny Parky on Twitter. What card that hasn't received a full art yet would you like to see get one? It's a tricky question, Parky. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really too sure what cards haven't got full art. If you're talking about like Pokemon, I think, you know, we're about to see Pikachu V and V Max, I think, coming up in the next Japanese set, and I don't think Pikachu hasn't really got a lot of love because he's not the last in its evolution lines. He's not like Raichu, so he's not actually going to get never really got a GX card with a full art. So hopefully we're going to see a Pikachu full art. That'd be really cool because he's obviously the poster boy for Pokemon, and yeah, can't get a full art card. So I'm going to go with Pikachu. Boring answer, I know, I'm sorry. Jacob at Joto Jakob, that's a mouthful to say, says, have you ever met someone who works at Pokemon or has done any work for Pokemon? If not, who would you like to meet? Very lucky to meet Mitsuhiro Arita at the Hyper Japan, obviously the master, and yeah, I kind of really happy to meet him. Great day out as well. Met a few of the other guys on Twitter there. In terms of who I would like to meet, I think Masuda would be really good. Obviously, for obvious reasons. I think Ken Sugimori, one of the original artists of the whole franchise, not just the cards, would be another one. And maybe Ishihara as well. But yeah, I'm really happy that I've met Mitsuhiro Arita so far. That was really cool. That was really fun. Next up is Dora Bizaru, and I don't know why I'm showing you. I'm going to put them on the screen anyway. So, where is Rudy? What's Rudy doing now? What's Rudy's favourite Pokemon? Does Rudy prefer dry or wet food? Rudy's favourite treat. Rudy's workout routine. What's his dream? And does he have a secret talent? Rudy? Rudy, got some questions for you, Ru. Hello, Meg. Rudy? Hello, Ruru. Hello. You're a big boy. So, Rudy, where are you? You're there. What are you doing now? You're sitting on my lap. What's your favorite Pokemon, Rudy? What's that? Rockruff. Okay, Rockruff. You got your answer there. Let me move back a bit so you can see it. Do you prefer dry or wet food? He prefers wet. He gets dry. What's your favorite treat? It is. Oh no, I said the word. It's dentist sticks. He loves the little minty sticks. They're his favorites. What's your workout routine, Rudy? What's your workout routine? He goes out twice a day. What is your dream? What is your dream? Huh? Just to be happy, I think. Do you have a secret talent? Paw? Yeah, secret talent. I hope you're satisfied with I hope you're satisfied with those answers. Are you going to do this for the rest of the video now? The next question comes from Russell Fox on Twitter. Okay, Japan. Off you go. You gonna bark? You gonna bark? You can go. Get out. Get out. Sorry, Russell Fox. You have asked, Japan vlog series, when's it gonna happen next? I really wanted to go this year. I really wanted to go for Legendary Heartbeat. Obviously, we couldn't, so that was that. I'm gonna go as soon as I can, basically. Possibly the end of this year, maybe next year, but definitely soon. So look out for some more Japan vlogs on the channel. Toshi has asked me, he is a big fan from Japan and I would also like to know if I'm coming over when the pandemic is over, and he's going to guide me around the best stores in Tokyo. Thank you, Toshi. I know a lot of stores already, but I'd be keen to see if I've missed any out. So I'll take you up on that, but yeah, when this is all over, can you hear Rudy in the background still? Yeah, this is my life. Nom 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 nom. So moving on to the YouTube comments on the post I put on YouTube. Skildo, he's got a few. What got you into collecting an extension Pokemon initially? Growing up in the 90s, I think. And obviously, you know, I think a lot of people have had like a break, sort of like in their teens or whatever, early 20s maybe, and then it just comes back and you just want to start collecting again, one thing or another. It becomes quite nostalgic. So that, yeah, growing up in the 90s, I think, is my answer for that one. When I'm not opening packs of Japanese cards, what do I like to do in my downtime and chill? Well, I do a lot of five-a-side, play a lot of football or soccer ball, sorry, as some people call it. Yeah, I've got a full-time job as well, obviously. I've got 2 dogs to look after. And yeah, so just generally a lot of football. And yeah, Nando's. Love a Nando's. What's my favorite type of sandwich? Just, you know, big meat eater. And also gluten-free, guys. So it's a tricky one for me. So gluten-free bread and then just like a nice meaty filling, I think. Is the answer to that one. So Dabin on YouTube. When am I going back to Japan? Soon. What do you think about the spike of Pokemon card prices? I have no idea what the reason is for the prices going up so high lately. One thing I will say is though, I obviously have an eBay and I found a lot of the stuff that had been sat there for a while started to sell very quickly once lockdown started. So whether it's people having a lot more money to splash around on Pokemon cards, it's just that supply and demand thing where a lot of people want it, so it just goes up in value. It could be down to that. Will it keep increasing? I hope not. That's the answer. I hope not. Some of the prices are getting ridiculous. Hidden Fates, it's not even that good. So why are people spending so much money on Hidden Fates? That Charizard, really? So many of them. What set should you collect? Like Burning Shadows. In my opinion, the older the better. Don't go for any of the recent stuff if you're looking to collect a set that's going to probably hold a bit more value. If you can afford to go for some of the Wizard of the Coast stuff, I'd probably recommend doing that. Quinn, why do you collect Japanese cards instead of English? And what was my first Japanese set? Quinn, I collect them because, as explained earlier, there's more authenticity to them for me. I feel like as a collector, I want the originals, and I feel like they are the originals, if you understand what I mean. Plus, we got the cards like a lot sooner, so that's good. My first Japanese set. What was my first Japanese set? I think it was definitely an X and Y set, and it could have been the Best of X and Y. One of those. No, not Best of X and Y. It was some sort of X and Y high class set, because I was in Japan the first time, and it was definitely that set that I opened. You got a GX or better in every pack, and I can't remember what the other ones were, but yeah, it was end of X and Y era anyway, Queen. So there's your answer. Dream Sealed Booster and Dream PSA 10 card. Best card I own from Sparks44 on YouTube. Well, Sparks, my Dream Sealed Booster is probably a Japanese base set booster. I think that's probably gonna be a lot of people's answer, but yeah, that's my answer as well. Dream PSA 10 card. Pikachu Illustrator. I really like the Child Parent Kangaskhan card. I really would like a no rarity base set Charizard from Japan. Just something really old, I think. Nothing in the recent sets really. Hey Maggie. Maggie, do you want to say hello to the camera? This is Maggie. Maggie is a bit younger than Rudy. We've not had her as long either. But yeah, she's gonna get angry. So Maggie, we've had Maggie a couple of years now. This is her third home, so she's very lucky to be here. And we finally have a question from Stephanie Mulholland on Twitter. Thank you, Stephanie, for your questions. What inspired you to start your channel? I think it was just, having that place to share your pulls with other people, and to be able to thrive, revel in that moment of pulling a nice card with other people. I think that's great, and I think it's really cool to be able to share that moment with other people. YouTube is a great platform, honestly, it really is. Do you ever get nervous filming / how did you build your confidence? I was looking back at my earlier videos the other day, and it's so like monotonal, and it's so quiet, and it's just like, one of them sounded like I didn't really want to be there. And but yeah, it's just something that comes after a while, bit of practice. You sort of got to get yourself going. I'm not always this animated in real life, as Stephanie will tell you. But yeah, it's just I think it's just you got to practice. The more you get into it as a comfort zone, the more comfortable you are in front of the camera. And it's something that starts off very awkward, as I did, and it's something that just grows. So there's your answer for that one. Team of 5, who would you pick? Team of 5, it's hard. As I said before, I haven't really got a favourite Pokemon. I have a few which I really like Greninja, I like Lucario, I like, is that it? No, I like Incineroar. I just like the sort of like the badass ones. Your advice to someone looking to start a channel? Just do it. It's really fun. You don't have to put your face in it. You can record something, and then if you don't like it, you can get rid of it. It doesn't have to go online, but it's a really fun way to sort of show off, as I said, what you're pulling with other people. Share that moment with others, and I think, yeah, I've seen a lot of people starting YouTube channels. There's a lot of small YouTubers coming through, and they're already doing so well, and I think we need more. So yeah, if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, highly recommend doing it. It's just do it for fun. Do it for fun, like I have. Do it because you enjoy it, and yeah, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with that. Favorite Pokemon type? That's a more interesting question. I've always kind of like, I've always liked electric type Pokemon. Cause I don't know why, but I think electric type is probably my favorite type. Best thing about Japan. I could go on for so long about the best things about Japan. Not just the Pokemon centers and the, you know, Akihabara and the card shops and stuff like that. Everything down to like the sound that the crossings make when it turns green. Just hits me. The nostalgia of that now. Having you know, fallen in love with the place. It's a great place to be. The best thing about it is probably Ichiran, which if you don't know, Ichiran is a fast food chain there, specializing in one ramen dish, and it's a great ramen dish, and I really wish I could have that here. Peach water as well that they do is really cool. So Japan, if you're thinking about going to Japan, I highly recommend doing that as well. Just do it. It's one of those things you just got to do. And yeah, I'm always happy to chat about, you know, best places to go if anybody needs some advice. So yeah, reach out if you're thinking about going. I'd be happy to help you guys. Finally, the last question from Stephanie, and the last question we have are, what are the Pokemon centers like? Imagine dying and going to heaven, and there, waiting for you, is the Lord Arceus, and he says, here, have all the Pokemon merchandise you could ever want. And at the same time, we're actually going to play Pokemon music. And, you know, just have people running around in Pokemon Center costumes and things like that. And it's just sensory overload going into Pokemon Center. And there's no other feeling like it. And there's no other feeling than the first time I went to a Pokemon Center. You can never be in there too long. When we went to Japan, we had to go. I made sure we went for at least like an hour every morning. And every time I went, I'm sure there was something new that I saw there. So yes, Pokemon centers in Japan are incredible. Definitely go. Okay guys, that is it for the Q&A today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned a bit more about me. And I hope, you know, you've subscribed to the channel. And I hope you're ready for another box of Legendary Heartbeat. Because the last two are pretty good. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for everyone who submitted questions. I hope I gave, you know, the best answers I could, and off the top of my head, a lot of them. So yeah, but yes, thank you guys for watching very much, and I'll see you again soon.